Not here.
Okay, gotcha. Let me see.
Testing.
We're good to go.
All right.
Not here. Good now.
All right,
All
we're
right.
good to go. All right. Let me know if it's too loud, Mama. All right, guys, welcome. We about to jump in here real quick.
It's not loud.
All right, gotcha. Look, we about to get started with this thing real quick. We don't want to be before you guys long. First and foremost, we want to apologize. We didn't get to it last week. Last week, time just got away from us. We've been kind of busy, short-handed in the restaurant. So we were trying to, probably when we got home, we just forgot about it. So we got a lot going on. So hold it to our head and not to our heart. What's up, sis? How are you doing? How's business going on the food truck there, sis? Y'all still making them millions? I thought I saw y'all was going to be somewhere out of the seven, somewhere like Richmond or something. I thought that's where I saw y'all was going to be at. Safe travels, and I hope y'all make $1 million. Hey, listen, you need to be on here. I said that wrong. Yeah, we're going to get it right. I'm going to put her on there. I just come to her. Hey, I know. Listen, we all tired, girl. We had a crazy weekend this weekend. We was at the Mac and Cheese Festival, and we were doing what we do. You know, we won best mac and cheese down there too.
Best tasting
mac and cheese down there. So we try to represent for the food trucks. You dig what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out first and foremost before we get started. And this gonna sound crazy. Maybe not. But I want to give a shout out to Apostle JL and Pastor G Simpson, Relevant Church. Man, let me tell you something. They've been putting some good content out the last couple of days. Sis, I warned you one time before, but if you want some, listen. I ain't scared. Hey, let's set it up. I'm ready to set it up whenever you're ready. So whenever you get ready, I'm gonna be ready to set it up, and we'll just do what we do. And listen, and so it is fair, so that you don't feel like I'm just like everybody else when I beat them, that it was cheated, it was rigged. You pick the judges. I let you pick them. You pick the judges, and we'll go from there. Karen, you hear that, don't you? You don't hear? You see it, Karen? She said she can make a better mac and cheese than the boy. Hey, okay. I got a platform for it. I ain't used it in a while. But I listen, I give you what you're asking for if that's what you want.
Karen.
Will you still love me afterwards? I promise you I'll take it easy. I take it easy on you, I promise you. But back there again, man, Apostle JL and you hear me, Pastor Apostle JL and Pastor G, relevant church, man. They've been putting out some great content. I've always admired. You. I don't know if you remember Ginger.
I don't know if I met her.
You met Ginger. We met Pastor Apostle when we was the violin guys. We walked by and he was talking.
Mm-hmm.
So then, yeah. Outstanding teachers. Ginger, we met Ginger a couple years ago, right when we was first getting started, and she came to. They were shooting a movie or something, and she came with a lot of other people, man, and she stood out not for any specific reason. She just stood out because I always thought she was. Every time I've ever seen her, she's always represented herself as an upper echelon type person. Not cocky or arrogant or anything like that, or I'm better than anybody. She just carried herself separate than a lot of people that I ran into, and
that's rare.
That's rare, very.
That's rare.
And every time I see her, she always represents. To me, seems like excellence, even though I know she probably got shortcomings like everybody else. And her husband, I've only met him once. But we have talked. We talked several occasions on live, and they are very inspirational. They watch what we do. They speak highly of what me and my wife do, and I just want to give them a shout out. Also want to shout out Purpose Life Community Church. This is a platform that our pastor, Pastor D'Angelo Lofton, allows us and affords us the opportunity to come on, even though it's our own thing. But it's good to get a blessing from your leadership when he can see excellence going forth and be approving of it. Also want to invite you guys out this Sunday, 4406 Indian River Road. We out there. Come hang out with us. Service starts at 10 o'clock. We're usually out by 12. Young pastor man out here doing this thing. Is what it is. We loving it. He got an awesome word. Bring tissues and back. Listen, Karen, tell her, Karen. I'll be trying to tell these folks. I'll be trying to tell them, Karen, but they don't want to listen. But it is what it is. So we're gonna jump right into this. My wife had to go deal with my daughter's cat. It's a young kitten all over the place doing everything. So tonight we're not gonna be before you long. We're going to discuss in its entirety a subject that has been very, very heavy on my heart. And the subject is called There Is No Plan B. There is no Plan B. Hold on, let's clean this mirror a little bit. It's greasy because I work in a restaurant, I guess, huh? Hear what I'm saying, there is no Plan B. Those of y'all that are on here, please share, like. We're also on YouTube as well. We're going to ask you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel. What's the YouTube channel?
Marriage, Business, and Ministry.
Marriage, Business, and Ministry is the YouTube channel. We want you guys to go over there, subscribe to that as well. We're going to start putting out more content. We're going to start doing more things, speaking specifically on, hey, how you doing?
Hello.
You doing all right, kinfolk?
Commitment and consistency. Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Absolutely. There is, hear what I'm saying, there is no Plan B. If you look at the flyer, the flyer shows a Plan B pregnancy test. And when I first looked at it, I said, God, you trying to be funny, ain't you? But he gave me the scenario because I was just looking. I was looking at our business, our brand. I've been looking at our marriage. I've been looking at things that are going on in ministry, and I've been saying to a lot of people, even though it's becoming frustrating in your business, in your marriage, in your relationships, even when you see in leadership in ministries are falling apart, you cannot be discouraged and fall victim to a Plan B. Why is Plan B not important, right? This is why Plan B is not important. As soon as you implement Plan B, you've already got off track of Plan A. I'm going to say it again. As soon as you implement Plan B or start putting Plan B as an option, you've gotten off track of Plan A, which is what you started with. I'm going to talk good to you only for about 10 minutes. Me and my wife going to talk 10 minutes, and then we're going to get off here. We had a long weekend, came back, we all tired, right? But there is no such thing as a Plan B. You cannot have a Plan B if you're trying to pursue growth. There's not a Plan B if you're trying to get to the end result of Plan B. And there is no Plan B unless you're ready to throw in the towel and give it up. Right. Most people don't view us as those, view us as those that that never thought it. I never went to Plan B when I was teaching my daughter and I was talking to my wife about the goals in which that Lord that we serve gave us when it came to ministry, when it came to our business, and it came to our marriage. I never ever, I'm talking me as a husband, my wife can say it from her end. Me, I never had a Plan B.
No, you didn't.
There was never a Plan B. There was always stay focused on Plan A. What's up, Briggs? How you doing, brother? Nice to see you. Thank you for getting on here, man. Chime in if you want to. But there is no such thing as a plan B when you're in business and you're trying to, when you're setting goals. And this is why I always coach and teach. Whenever you're about to, let's say business, whenever you're about to start your business, you create a business plan. The business plan should never have a exit contingency. It should always have a go, go, go. What is my 1 year, 5 year, 7 year, 10-year goal? And in that 1, 5, 7, 10-year goal, there should be subtitles of what I need to have added to these in order for me to reach the end goal. Right? Never, if this fails, let me implement this. That is for me the worst thing to do, because you're setting yourself up for failure. You're allowing failure to be a part of your game plan. What you got, man?
When you're setting up a plan, it is important that you plan for the inconsistencies, the lack of, or the what ifs. It's okay to plan for the what ifs. What if this happened? Let me alter. What if this happened? Let me change this. What if? You have to be aware of the what if, but you can never get in the mindset of plan B.
You can never allow, you know what happens? I teach this a lot. There's a difference between your mind and your heart, right? Your mind is the only thing that will change instantaneously. Somebody can say something to you and it'll make you change your mind. But whatever you have in your heart, which is your passion, you'll hold firm to that and you'll never let that go. So you got to make sure that you don't have a plan B, because once plan B is implemented, like I've been saying, and the hard times come, you'll revert to what's not your passion. You'll revert to, let me think of another strategy. Let me think of a better way, or let me think of my exit plan. Y'all got something? Am I talking good to you? Listen, when you're encouraging somebody else and you're talking to somebody else, or you as a like Briggs is, for me, me and my family went and sat down with him because I was almost at a standstill. I never said that I gave up, never was throwing in the towel, never with this, but sometimes you need an extra eye or an extra mind to either enhance what you're bringing to the table, or somebody to encourage you that you're on the right path, not that you're getting off. Sometimes you run into stumbling blocks. Sometimes you run into a brick wall. And like I tell my daughter, I can only take this to a certain extent, right? There's sometimes I have to get other people in my head to say, the direction that you're going in, the things that you're saying, the things that you're implementing are right now. But have you thought about this strategy to go alongside what you're doing right now? Right. We need to be doing something, right? There is no plan B.
No plan B. So when this generation, we are in the popcorn generation where everything is right now. But we don't plan on what if something goes wrong? What if it gets hard? What if it doesn't go my way? What if the bottom fall off, or the whatever? We don't plan to what if. Everything is supposed to be an instant success. But in real life, everything is not an instant success. So you're going to have to work hard for it. You're going to have to work. And just because you have to work, don't mean go ahead and implement the plan B. Let me see my way out. Or this didn't work. Or I can't speak right. Or I can't see right. Or I can't do anything right. Or whatever it is that you have set up in your mind to implement the plan B. Let me get out of this because it's just not working.
That's good. I like that. Hey, I like that. That's why she's so wonderful, right? I like what she just said, right? Marcus. Hey, what's up there, kinfolk? How are you, man? There's a difference between avoiding defeat and
That's good.
Briggs, I like that. Briggs says there's a difference between avoiding defeat and expecting victory. Man,
that's preach.
That was preach word right there. Bro, I like that. Yeah. I need to expound on it. I ain't going to expound. That's his word. I would expound on it, but that's his word. I like it. Clark, good to see you, man. How's everything going, Battle? Man, I hope all is well, man. I'm ready to hear that miracle, brother. I'm ready to hear that miracle. All right. So let's get into two pieces of it. So what's So plan A is the only solution. Let me give y'all 2 minutes of this. I want you guys to know, in marriage, let's talk marriage for this 30 seconds. When you first get married, we look like we just got grown people on here. I'm gonna talk good to you, right? I'm finna talk real good. When you first get married, year 1 to like year number 3, 1, 2, 3, whole lot of sex, whole lot of this, whole lot of that, and it becomes misleading, right? Because you're in your happy moment. But when you get into year number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, is when you realistically start learning the other person and you start not liking them, right? There's a reason why. That's the reason why they say when you get over year number 5 or 6, I always teach it's not year number 5, number 6. I think when you get to year number 8, number 9, number 10 is when you start seeing your marriage flourish. Because the first couple of years is just going to be having fun, we dating, we whatever. The next part, we learning each other, we're trying to figure it out. We're starting to see patterns that we didn't see in the beginning that we don't like, the things that we want to avoid, the things that we hate, the things that was being done in the beginning starting to fall off because life is starting to set in, right? But in the midst of all that, how many of y'all said, I want to just give up? I don't want to be married no more. I just want to give it up because it's done got hard, right? But if you got to be around like-minded people that will tell you that you still got to get over the hump. These obstacles that you're facing are necessary. I'm going to say something. Obstacles in your marriage, obstacles in your business, obstacles in your ministry, obstacles in your life are necessary. They're necessary because they are what helps you to grow, and not just for yourself. Nothing that you do in life is for yourself. Can I help somebody? Nothing that you do in your life for the remainder of your life is for yourself. What it is for the next person, next marriage, next business, level. the next level, because everything is a growth pattern, right? So when you get out of year number 10, get into year number 11 to 13 and 14, you start falling back. You start liking your spouse again. And then after that, you start loving your spouse. Because we about to hit year number 23. If I tell you, listen, I pulled a gun out on her one time. She hated me and I hated her, but I never gave up. I never was going to throw in the towel. I never had a plan B. I'm lying to you. There was a time, but I had somebody, my uncle dropped me in and made me look at there's only plan A. Even in our business, when we first started, we started off on a high note, right? We started on a high note. Then anybody know you in business, there's always going to be that growing season where you're not seeing the numbers you want to see. You're not making the money you want to see. Here's where we had a problem at. We was growing so fast. The business had grown. We end up getting a food truck. We end up going into the mall. We end up going into the mall. So we had 2 locations then we had okay. What about that one? We had 2 locations. Then we had the food truck. And guess what happened? We tanked. We wasn't get the sales we were going to get. The food truck continued to break down. We make $1, you got to spend $10 to get it fixed. You make $2, you're spending $15 more to get the car, to get the food truck fixed up and going, to make another $1 so you can survive. The mall was what I didn't put a lot of my time and energy into the mall, but I never had a plan B. It was always plan A. And when the obstacles came, the obstacles came. That one didn't work. But I never changed. I never lost focus. I never gave up. I never wanted to throw in the towel because I knew what God had said concerning our business. Our business was never just a business. It was ministry. That's why it flourished the way it flourished and took off the way it took off. But what would have happened if I would have implemented a plan B in the downtime? Even in our marriage, what would have happened if we would have put plan B in place when we hit the hard times in our marriage? We wouldn't be here now. We wouldn't have the things we have. We wouldn't be living the life that we're living. Who's to say we could have went and got somebody else or did something else and still would have been failing because we got off of plan A. There's no such thing as a plan B. What's the next thing?
Let me jump on that right quick. when in life, in marriage, in business, in anything that you do, if you continue to jump off the ship or continue to give up or look for your way out, it's going to be a cycle that you're going to continue to do, because you're going to always look for an out in
Always look
everything
for an out.
when it get hard, and you're going to have to break that cycle unless you just pass that on to somebody else. You always going to be you're going to always be looking for a plan out, the plan B, or the way out, if you just don't break that cycle in every in all your aspects of life.
Break the cycle. That was good. That was a good word. Break the cycle. You got to break the cycle. You got to stay focused. You got to stay focused. Even in the hard times, you got to stay focused, because if you don't stay focused, distractions will come.
Mm-hmm.
Part number 2.
Remove distractions.
Remove the distractions.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's all right to be in a place of silence. Sometimes it's all right that where you just hear yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And those that believe, be in a place where you can hear from God.
Mm-hmm.
And allow God to be your guiding light.
Mm-hmm.
Allow God and you and God to sit down and you just pray and fast and seek his face, sow seeds into what it is that you're looking for, begin to speak those things into existence.
Mm-hmm.
And even in the hard times, still see the truth in it. Because
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be distraction. People going to come in and say, why are you still doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you still doing that? When in reality, they don't know, they don't know all that you've put in to remain in plan A.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know that story, that song, You Don't Know My Story? Sometimes you just have to relive your story, relook at your story. Why is your story written the way it is? It's not because the next chapter is the end chapter. It's the next chapter is to take you to the next level. And if you finish the book too soon,
or if you jump pages, if you jump pages, you skip pages, what they say, cliff notes, you're gonna miss the meat of it. You're gonna miss the learning process of it, and you're gonna learn how to avoid a lot of the distractions that are gonna come.
mm-hmm.
Money issues is gonna be, especially in business,
Mm-hmm.
becomes a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
You have to put somebody in place that know how to handle the money.
Mm-hmm.
Strategies are going to be strategies need to be implemented.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have the strongest person making sure that the strategies and the procedures are in place,
Mm-hmm.
making sure everything is being followed to the T, so that there's no distractions. Like I got a new manager now with training. Awesome man, right? Awesome man. We have to make sure that we don't allow anything other than what we're teaching him, coaching him is all that he takes in, because there's distractions on every end.
Mm-hmm.
That's a better way to do that. That's an easier way to do that. If you do it this way, that's a shortcut. That's not what we teach. We're not teaching that. We're teaching. So this is what I tell him. There's a difference between sound and noise.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between a sound. Look at drumline. Says one
band, one sound.
One band, one sound, right? It says remove the distractions. If you remain one band, one sound, you won't get off track. You won't fall into plan B.
Mm.
You got to listen to the sound, the teaching, the coaching. Read the procedures that you put in place. You have to go back sometime and revisit that. That's going to be the next part.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to go back and revisit these things so that you stay focused and not succumb to the distractions that you're gonna run into. For the remainder of your life, there's going to be distractions. I don't care what you say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like how you just said you have to figure out what is the noise and what is the sound. What is the sound you're supposed to be following? What is the sound that you're supposed to be hearing? Because there's noise all around us. You can be too busy and miss the mark. You can be chasing after the wrong thing and missing the mark. And it can be just something simple. Simple noise, the simple humming, just that can get you off key.
Gets you off track.
But if you have to focus on what is the sound that you need to hear, what is the direction you need to be going on, where's your commitment lies, where does your commitment and your loyalties lie? Sometimes our commitment is with this or with this purpose or with this vision, but the distraction will take you off key, take you off your goals, make you miss the mark, make you want to your way out because that's the only all you can see.
That's good. Let me ask you a question, Ryan. For Kayla, Devin, let me ask y'all business owners. Let me ask y'all a real quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of you guys have a vision and a motto when it comes to your business?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a vision and do you have a motto? What's up, Nova? How you doing? How's my grandson? Give him a kiss from Granddaddy. Tell him I love him. I can't wait to go hug him again. I don't know when I'm gonna get back down there, but I talked to his grandmother yesterday. She says she's going to see him or something. Had a chance to talk to her about our son. But yeah, what was I just saying? Oh, do y'all guys have a motto and a vision? That's good. That's good. Give him a big hug from his pop.
I can't wait to meet him.
No, I might have to buy you a ticket to bring him up here so y'all can spend some time with us. Yeah. I can do that. Come hang out with us. Yes to both, right? Okay.
A motto and a vision.
You know, when I used to work for other businesses, I used to always want to learn or memorize the vision and the motto. So when I'm running your business, or you, because of what the requirements that you was asking me to do and what you were paying me for, I had to make sure I never got distracted. I stayed focused on the motto and I stayed focused on the vision. Because anything other than that will become a distraction and I won't do the job that you paid me for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. It's on the original label of them.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't have a vision. A lot of people don't have a motto.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A lot of people don't. And then you ask the question, if you don't have a vision or a motto, then how do you stay focused?
Mm-hmm.
When you get off track a little bit, because it's life, we get off track, this distractions come, right? Distractions come or obstacles come. We have to be in a position where we can overcome the obstacles and stay focused on plan A.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A lot of times I have seen that people come up with the vision, that people come up with the mission, but it becomes written on paper and then lost in the paperwork. They forget what the vision is, they forget what the mission is, they forget what the purpose is. And then I've also seen where people come up with the mission and vision and let me tweak that and include this. Let me tweak that and include this. And so before they know it, that the mission and the vision become so big or so vast, it's unobtainable.
Yep.
Yes, unobtainable. So when you write in the vision, make sure you hear the correct sound, correct vision, the correct goals, and you know what you're going after. So your vision and your mission, your actions can meet your vision and your mission.
And then when the distractions come, you can call that out to the distraction. That ain't a part of the vision.
Exactly.
That ain't a part of the mission. So if those two things are not, I'm saying model, but I was trying to say mission. That's what I was trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for correcting me on that. So the mission and the vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two things, not the motto, mission and vision.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So those two things are what keep me focused. And then when I'm teaching someone who can be the me when I'm not in position, that they can follow the mission and the vision without becoming distracted by the noise that other people will try to bring and implement. Nah, there's only one sound. And that one sound is all I want to do. I want to do this the right way. And there's only the one way and the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't let the distraction become a part of your vision.
That's good. Don't let the distraction become a part of your vision. That's good. That's real good. Don't allow the distraction to become a part of your vision. I just said this last week, me and my pastor and some of us were talking, and I asked a question about something, or was, are you focused? Or do I know? And I know that some of the stuff that's going on, it becomes distractions. But if you're focused, then I can focus with you. But if you're distracted, then you can't lead me because you're going to be trying to put me here. You're going to try to put me there. I'm trying to do this, and then I'm going to fall short because I'm trying to follow a broken vision. Oh man, I just talk good right there.
That's good.
You want to hold me accountable to a broken vision or a broken mission. We can't grow. We can't go no further because now there's going to be an implementation of a plan B when we should have stayed focused on plan A.
Focus on plan A.
All right, here's the last thing we finna get out of here. Here's the last thing we finna get off here, right? I ain't want to be over here long, but I like to talk. What's that?
30 minutes.
Yeah, I was supposed to be on it 20 minutes. Here's the last thing. Give me 5 minutes. Let me borrow 5. I'll pay it back to you next time. All right, here you go. It's okay to revisit plan A. It's okay to have to be able to revisit plan A. What does that mean? That means that when the obstacles and the distractions or whatever it is, the ways of life come, you're going to have to take a step back, especially as the business owner. Can I talk to the men for a minute? Just the men for just a minute. As the husband, when your marriage is in an uproar, you have to take a step back and put things back in order. Why? Because you're the head. And you have to revisit the vision and the mission of your marriage. I'm talking good. You have to revisit because it's going to be on you to make sure that she has what she needs from you. Because once you give her what she needs, and that's not making her putting her on a pedestal like she's better. No, but that is my wife, right? For her, I have to make sure I put myself in a position where she can receive what she needs from me. So at the end of it, she can give me back what I need, and then we both be on the same path of plan A. Because it's easy to fall to distractions when we having marital disputes or we having issues or just anything. The slightest thing can cause an argument or a disagreement, right? But if we not focus on the vision and the mission of our marriage, that small thing can turn into a mountain.
Right.
But if we're willing to say, okay, this is going too far, let me take a step back, right? Let me revisit this. Let's let you go in that room, I'm gonna go in this room. Or like me, let me go get on my game right quick. You go in there and do what you do, and then we'll come back together so we can get back on plan A. Because right now, plan A has a distraction. And it can easily get a plan B slid into it. That's good right there.
That's good.
That's real good. What you got?
The song, I think it was Donnie McClurkin that sings it. We fall down and get back up. Anything that you go through in life, you're gonna fall down. There's gonna be failures. It's not gonna work right. It's not. Everything is not going to line up in a straight line. It's not. But when you fall down, just take it as a lesson, get back up, and keep on the same path. Keep on the same path. Just don't give up.
Don't give up.
Just don't give up.
There is no plan B option. Don't give up.
Don't start the cycle.
Don't start the cycle. Don't allow it to even be a part of your writing. When you're writing your vision and all that, don't even allow that to even be an implementation. Don't even have that be a strategy. If this doesn't happen, here's the next. No. You're setting yourself up for failure. And a focused person is a driven person, and a driven person is a successful person. Even when we run into stumbling blocks, we're going to be successful. Why? Because we didn't implement plan B.
Don't
it's
give up.
Only plan A. Can we encourage y'all? Can we encourage somebody right quick? Listen, that's what we're going to do. What's up, Courtney? How you doing, classmate? Let me encourage somebody real quick. Me and my wife, I'm going to encourage y'all real quick. I'm going to get up off of this. Everything happens for a reason. It's not our plan. It's God's plan. Absolutely. God gives us wisdom to implement a plan that he has dropped into our spirit. He drops the plan, but we have to be willing and able to push forward with the plan. Because he doesn't have a contingency plan. He just have a go plan. Plan A. Keep going. This is what I have put in you. This is what I desire from you. This is what I need out of you. And because you're willing to do this, everything that you need, because you're willing to stay on plan A, I'm going to give you because you didn't implement or allow distractions to come in, right? Because there's no distractions, I can continue to bless you. Because there's no distraction, even when the money becomes low, there's a pocket of money there's a pocket of money waiting if you just get over this obstacle. If you get over this obstacle, there's more attached to the other side than if you gave up. Imagine if you was running a race and you were just so tired. You're running the race. You're running the race and you're so tired. You're parched. You're thirsty. You're hungry. And you're at the point where you see the finish line, but you become distracted by somebody holding up a cold bottle of water, or somebody got an old pickle or a potato chip waving at you, and you become distracted. And you allow somebody else, watch this, to get your victory. Man, we preaching good.
That's good.
You allow somebody else to get your victory. Why? Because you became distracted and looked away from the finishing goal, which was getting to the goal. You were right there in it. And you would be willing to give it all up for that to quench your thirst.
Right.
Or to fill your belly with just enough. When God says, I got more than enough on the other side. If you just keep going and don't implement plan B, just keep going.
Yes.
And don't give up, even when it looks like, man, you got that gorilla on your back. And that monkey is wearing you down and your legs and your knees are getting heavy. And you say, I can't keep going. And you fall to your knees. Guess what? Pick yourself up on plan A and stay focused. Even if you have to crawl to the finish line. Don't get distracted.
That's good.
We talking good.
Yeah.
I said we was going to encourage you. Don't give up. Business owners, don't give up.
Don't give up.
Marriages, if you're in a marriage or you're about to get married, and I'm telling you now, all that sex, that ends after a while. You got to deal with life. I'm just talking good to you. I'm talking good to you. Listen. Stay focused. Don't become distracted.
Don't become distracted.
Listen, we love y'all. Again, those that's on here, we are on YouTube. YouTube now is called Marriage, Business, and Ministry. My beautiful wife, LaTanya, your boy, Big Kev. We want to invite you guys this Sunday, please, to come hang out with us at the church on 4406 Indian River Road, Purpose Life Community Church. We're under the pastoral leadership of this young, wonderful man, Pastor D'Angelo Lofton. Y'all know him as Tony. Y'all in the area, y'all ain't got nothing to do. Come hang out with us. Come and see the Dooleys. We got some beautiful families in there. We got an awesome praise and worship. We got a youth ministry in there. We got marriage ministry. We over the marriage ministry. We got a lot of things going on that you guys could be involved in. And I hope you guys can come out and hang out with us, man. We love y'all. Peace out.
Bye.